Hi, I'd like to introduce some thought and information pertaining a movement that can begin with a few people aligning together to essentially bring change and remedy to commerce on a micro level. And through the alignment of numerous microeconomies that are created in communities where people who wish to be free live, the alignment of those individual communities, their micro kind of economies, they can they come together in a macro economy online. It's like bringing numerous little microeconomies together online to form a macro economy. Now, there's a simple way to run this and to use what would be deemed as alternative exchange certificates, or a method, more or less, of exchanging to which would hold value that each person would find value in, where it is not tied to money and the bureaucracy and all the BS that really stifles growth and promotes debt as wealth. Now, there's some information and some ideas that I hold. It's like intellectual property. And a little bit about my history. I consider myself an investor. When I had an idea at one point, it cost well over $100,000 for an associate of mine and myself to protect that information, because it's not something intellectual, isn't something when you take it out onto paper, people play with words and twist and turn things around, and if they can make slight changes which are considered to be improvements, then any patents or whatever you have holding on something may be void. And people, even in non-disclosure forms and all the paperwork they make you go through, they can they poke holes in it and they find ways around it. So business is really led by people who have no integrity, that sell you on the idea that if you spend a lot of money and pay somebody, they can provide you a way to safeguard yourself. But through doing that, which is crazy, you before you even can start in business, you have a lot of debt. So you're not really in business to make a living, you're in business to pay off debts. And this is a part of the problem inside commerce today, is all of the red tape that is really unnecessary. If two people wish to exchange one thing for another, and they are both in agreement that it's fair and just, that's their business. It's between them two. And the fact that we've allowed something to get in between us to actually tell us what value is and what has worth, they've actually slipped in something that has absolutely no value that we're using. And it's not really backed by anything. It's only really backed by the opinion that it has value. But the trouble too today is people are trying to safeguard their monetary wealth by investing into gold, silver, things like this. Now, these commodities or items in the future will will go down in cost and value because of the cost to manufacture or mine, and also the demand for that. Business is going to be slowing down actually within the fiat economy, and in that sense it's best that few people in various communities around the world, if they can join together and align, people who have a diverse skill sets that complement each other, that can provide the infrastructure for a simple micro kind of business in their community, a network more or less. They can, with other people, join in together to offer a macro type of economy that's online. Now, I'd like to discuss this with good people who are not really fiat money junkies. I've worked and wasted a lot of time and money, and like time is really your greatest asset. But when they also tie onto that the money and the debt that comes to it, it's ridiculous. You know, I'm tired of dealing with the BS people, the ones with the sheepskins that go BA or BA, and that's what they got, and FUDs, the PhD, and all that. These people are really the roadblocks towards anything getting done. and they just bring delay and cost and more, and it's crazy. These people would see us chop down apple orchards to build a factory to create wax apples or plastic trees and stuff like this to sell. These people are insane. They're against life, and it's time that good people kind of align together to offer a solution and in a micro level, and then benefit from that, from aligning with more around the world to create a macro type of economy online that trickles into the small communities. Now, it's very simple. It's a lot of fun. I say it rewards, it informs, it protects, and it entertains. Gives you the acronym of RIPE, R-I-P-E. It utilizes mom and pop shops, which are MAPS, M-A-P-S, mom and pop shops. Has a lot of fun little acronyms like this, and through it provides nothing but hope and more, and also provides community service, and it brings people together for common goals. It provides an umbrella that allows people to join together and align their spirit, good purpose and good intent, to create a multitude of wealth that can be shared by all those who come and support what this could be. Now, if you have in you the interest in being a part of something rather than getting a piece of something, because P-I-E-C-E is not P-E-A-C-E, and peace is the whole, and the other piece with the I-E-C-E, it makes the whole bigger, or it makes it less strong. It takes away from the circle, and really it's about forming a circle with people who are more than holding hands. They're joined in spirit because of the intent and the purpose. Now, it's quite simple to support, and it's almost instant wealth for you once you make a motion to say, yeah, I would support that, and at some point through the next year I would provide some help, be it product, service, or anything that could help it move forward. Because what you put into the whole, which is the macro economy, which is a lot of people around the world who would like to see little micro networks created in their area, their work that they put into the macro, actually it funds and creates the viability and much more for their small networks. So through helping the whole, there is really a peace, but it's peace, because in that they're going to find a lot of peace, and it's a simple way to do business. And local mom and pop shops, those not owned by corporations, wearing the ties, which are really leashes, they're tied to that system. We can work just with real people, like people for people. It's really like cooperativism, and there's a simple way to create value and worth that is timeless, that people can exchange with one another, that holds value and has redeemable and exchangeable and much, much more. But I'm not just going to give it out to anybody, because the fiat money junkie people, if they got involved in this, they ruin it. If you hire them to help you plant a garden, they eat the seeds, right? And they charge you for that. So we don't really want to come in contact with those people who are addicted to material and stuff like that. The greatest things in life are free, and the time you have is your greatest asset. Time is the only thing that holds wealth and worth, and you have to maximize that time. And in a group of people who are joined together for common good, for common unity, under an umbrella that really says, let's reward, inform, protect, and entertain each other. Let's have something that's ripe all the time, all year long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day, all the time. It's there, it's working, doing what it does. Let's have that together, and let's be wealthy, and let's not live to try to be rich, because really most people now are struggling in life to rest in a three-piece suit, and it's crazy. You can give, and you can get a lot more by giving and having that intent and purpose within you, having that IP, addressing the world with a good intent and purpose. That's what it's about. But let's talk about this and see if some people from some various freeman societies and groups would like to come on board and discuss some remedies and solutions to create a little micro economy in different areas, and align through a common online web portal that can provide most of the administrative and management services, along with people from groups volunteering and banking time and product and service that they will put into the network at some point in the future. It is what it is an honoring your words that you will. That is wealth, okay? That you will, because it's a knowing. And then when your action comes, that is the riches flowing out. The wealth is in the word, and it's in the intent and action is really what it is. No, we don't want people who are after fool's gold in life, gold and fools. A fool is quickly parted from his wealth, and so many of you think gold is the answer for the future, but it's not really. It's in action, it's in intent, it's being a part of something, not a part of something that is feeding the corpse. It's about community, and it's about unity, it's about coming together and being a part of something, being with people, for people, helping people, rewarding, informing, protecting, and entertaining, and extending an opportunity for so many people to find work and much, much more. It's a simple solution, and I need to talk with people, but we need good people. Cheers.